Hey guys, Dylan here from the Evolved and Share Fitness, and today I'm going to do a video on back pain and some of the causes of back pain and how you can fix that. So back pain, or any injury for that matter, can actually be caused by three different things. So what you've got is we've got our EMC, or emotional, mechanical or chemical. And all three of those things all add up and then they compound into making an injury, but we can minimize it and work out what's going on so that we get less injuries and so we can get back to work. So the first one I'm going to talk about today is the chemical. So what the chemical means is what you're putting in your body. So that could be anything from your food, what you're drinking, the environment you're in. Is there chemicals in the air? Is there chemicals on the sheet that you're using? What's in your food? Is it actually supporting your body? Is it making your body feel good? Or is it causing inflammation in the body, which is basically throwing your body out of whack and causing pain in your body as well? Are you hydrated enough with enough drink? And are you getting your electrolytes in with that drink as well? So if any of that's out, that's going to create a chemical imbalance in your body, which will inflame your body and make your body sore, and it will show up in certain places, especially your lower back. So how do you change that? What you can do is you can start eating healthy. So first of all, just increase your veggies. Eat double the amount of veggies you're already eating. If you're not getting at least 5 to 6 servings of veggies in a day, you're probably not getting enough. So make sure you're getting enough veggies. Cut out all the crap. So get rid of your pies, get rid of your savories, get rid of your lollies, your chocolate. That stuff, what it does is it makes your gut inflamed and it causes a lot of pain throughout the body and a lot of inflammation. So it's one of the first things you can cut out. It's nice and simple and it makes a big difference. Then you want to stay hydrated. If you're dehydrated, your muscles are going to get tighter, they're going to get more brittle, your joints aren't going to be lubricated as much as they should be, and that's going to cause a lot of pain throughout the body as well. So think about the chemical. You want to make sure whatever's going in your body is actually supporting your body and your performance rather than holding it back. So eat healthy food, cut out all the crap and stay hydrated, and that'll keep a nice chemical balance in your body. A couple of things you can do to help that is also add in things like a multivitamin, a really good one. Or you can also add some greens powders to your morning drinks as well. Apple cider vinegar is another good one as well to help keep a nice alkaline base in your body and a good chemical balance there. Cool. So if your chemical's good, you know you're eating well, you're healthy, you're getting hydrated, you're doing all of that well, then the next one we look at is there emotional stress going on in your body. So emotional stress can show up hugely in your body as well. So things like if you're stressed, you're overworked, your family, your environment, that can show up different places to different people. Like a lot of office workers, they'll show it in their shoulders and their neck, and then they'll start to get headaches. And a lot of athletes, a lot of sharers, we show up through our hips start to tighten up, and then we get all tight, and then our body starts to show that stress in the form of pain. So what we've got to look at there is there things going on in our life that is causing stress? That's going to make your nervous system overreactive, and that's going to tighten up your body, which is going to make pain show up somewhere in your body. It could tighten your muscles, it could tighten up your hips, it can do a lot of stuff that you probably don't think is connected to your stress. So look at things like, am I overstressed at the moment? Do I feel like really wired? Do I feel worn out? Am I overworked? Have I been working just too much, too hard for too long? Is there something going on with my family at home? Or is it purely the environment I'm in that's causing me stress? Am I not in a good place with good people around me? Is that causing me a lot of stress? So what you can do, one of the easiest things is just take a day off. Go give yourself a chance to chill out. And you probably feel like you might not want a day off, or you might not need a day off because you want to be at work. But as soon as you do, you might be like, wow, I actually feel pretty good. That was affecting me quite a bit. You won't actually know until you actually have that day off where your fight or flight system can actually chill out, that you realise like, oh okay, maybe the stress has got something to do with this. Another way that I like to do is I like to meditate. So I meditate just about every day, especially if I'm working at my peak. So I like to get the most out of my day, and I like to do as much work as possible. So what I do during the middle of the day, it'd even be good lying down at lunchtime, chuck your headphones on. An app called Headspace is a really good one. Just 20 minutes, give yourself a bit of breathing space, give yourself a bit of time, and that'll really help you chill out. With meditating, it is a little bit of a skill, so you can't expect to just get straight into it straight away, but with the apps, they do really help. And once you do get a hang of it, it's really helpful. Another good way is go hang out with your family or friends, spend some time with them. go and enjoy yourself, and just be around people you love. It can make a big difference. The other one too, go do something for yourself. Sometimes we're always constantly working, trying to support our families and do all sorts of stuff like that. But every now and then it is nice to do something for yourself. So maybe go have a massage, go jump in a sauna, go shopping, do something to treat yourself a little bit more and see if you can lower those stress levels a bit. So starting off, if your chemicals are good and you're still feeling a little bit tight, then we look at the emotional stuff. But if you're like, nah, I'm the Buddha, I'm feeling really good, there's no stress in my life, then we can start to look at the mechanical things that are going on. So with the mechanical stuff, this is anything that is actually a problem within your body. And this is where people probably start with without checking out the other two first. But eventually we're going to get to this and we have to make some corrections there. So what we look at, what causes mechanical problems or mechanical injuries? First one's probably weakness. So if you've got weak hips, your lower back is going to do all the work. If your abs are weak, your lower back's going to do all the work. Or if you're really strong on one side and weak on the other, it's going to cause your body to twist and turn and basically throw your body out, and that's going to lead to injury somewhere down the line. And that's also comes into imbalances, so we want to make sure our body is nice and even, strength-wise left to right. That's why a lot of the strength training makes a big difference. And then, sometimes we just get unlucky and there's an accident, like a sheet might kick and just twist you out of place. That can happen as well. And also poor technique. If your shearing technique or your exercise technique is bad, it's going to place more stress, more demand on the body, and sooner or later that will lead to injury. So what we can do, start off by getting some training in. Start off nice and light, nice and gentle. Do some weights to build that strength and that balance throughout your body so that you balance left to right. That'll take the pressure off your lower back, it'll make your hips nice and strong, and it'll help you keep you in the game for a bit longer. Doing that also over a longer period of time, say you do have an injury, what we can do is help to correct anything that's going on, get some blood flow to that area, and also make it recover a bit faster, which is cool. Then the next thing, always be working on your skills. In any sport, and shearing is probably one of the most demanding sports in the world, you want to make sure your skills and your technique are perfect. The easier you're doing it, the easier it is on your body, the less mechanical stress you're going to have on your body, and the less injuries you'll get. Cool. And then the final one, if you do have an injury or if you are in a lot of pain and you think you got most of the stuff right, go see an expert. So osteopaths are brilliant. They have a combination of massage, dry needling, they do a bit of chiropractor work as well, or find someone who is a really good masseuse or a physiotherapist, a chiropractor, they can all help. But just find someone that is actually helping. So if you've been seeing it for a month and you're not really getting any changes, it might pay to shop around a little bit and find someone else as well. So always looking at the experts, go seek out other people in your gang who have done something, that have had a sore back. Talk to myself, we're more than happy to help. So when it comes to back pain, where most people start is with the mechanical, but you also got to make sure, is my emotional stress good? Is the chemical balance in my body good? And then look at the mechanical. If you work through that, you're going to be in a lot better condition, and you allow yourself to be fitter and stronger and stay at work for a lot longer period of time. Cheers, I hope that helps.